What is going on, you stark raving lunatics? We are here to talk about Luna Classic, and as promised yesterday, we are going to talk about white whale DeFi just a little bit. Now, if you remember, yesterday we talked about Backbone Labs and white whale DeFi. Today, I'm going to be on a Spaces with white whale DeFi. We're going to be looking into this. We're going to be learning a lot more about it. I'm going to tell you the surface stuff of what I know so far, and you guys can make a decision for yourself. But the important thing is this: people are telling you, well, that Terra Luna Classic chain, well, it's dead right now. It doesn't do nothing, or whatever these idiots say. And that is not true. And I'm going to show you why that's not true. Now, some of you might say, well, it's just NFT collections and blah, 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 blah. And fair enough. You're the one that's crying about it. Nobody else is. But there are DeFi protocols that are available, and I'm going to show you that right now. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell to be notified. Now, I am partnered with Bencoin. If you don't know Bencoin, Bencoin is on the Ethereum blockchain, and it's run by Ben Armstrong. I'm sponsored by them right now on a drive to 30,000 subscriptions. At 30,000 subscriptions, I'm going to be giving away $500 in Bencoin. If you are interested, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go check out the price action. We'll do this as quickly as possible to get you guys on to the rest of your day. First of all, Luna Classic price doing exactly what I said it was going to do. Is it going as fast as I said it was going to get? It was going to go? No, it's not, and that's because we don't have the clarity yet from the Terraform's Genesis and Terraform Citadel subpoenas. Now, those are still sitting out there. They are going to come. When that does come, it's going to create an enormous amount of FOMO, because what it's going to do is it's going to be a level of validation for Do Kwon. Again, I don't consider Do Kwon to be without fault, without blame, and completely innocent of anything. But what I do think is that he's been unfairly targeted over the collapse of Terra Luna. The reason that it collapsed was that he did not properly protect the investors. I will say that specifically, but he was also being attacked and deceived and manipulated and misled. It was a gross negligence, and it was just a heinous attack from Citadel, from Genesis, from all of the players, FTX, Alameda Research, all of these guys working together to bring this down so that they could short SDT, so they could short Terra and reap the rewards. It's disgusting behavior. They're scumbags, and they deserve every bad thing that could possibly happen to them. Now, that being said, I do think that we're still going to continue towards the upside, minting new points of control along the way and continue to rise up here. Now, this is pie in the sky wish list right here. So, it could be that we move up here and, we can't get any further. When you look at the larger time frames over here, then you can see where resistance starts to come in. We're going to get some resistance here at 8,000. If we can break out of where we are right now, we'll have a nice upside move. There are spots and pockets of resistance that we're going to have along the way. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but when people start to realize that Do Kwon is less nefarious than what people originally said. Those people, by the way, liars, dirtbags, deceivers. So, and I'm not, by the way, a Do Kwon Maxi. I just want you guys to know that honesty is honesty. Now, there is a proposal here to reintroduce the 1.2% burn tax for Luna Classic and implement transaction fees for LUNC and USTC. I'm going to be interested to see how this one plays out. I'm going to vote no on it because this is stupid. A lot of people are like, well, if we just burn stuff, then everything's going to be great. It's USTC to Luna Classic repeg. That's the only thing that's going to create that sort of activity. And then we get activity on the blockchain. And speaking of activity on the blockchain, I'm going to start showing you a couple of these things. And first up, it's going to be white whale DeFi. Now, this right here, again, I'm voting no. You vote whatever you want. I support whatever you want to do here. But I just think that this is silly, and we're fighting. We're fighting the dummy fight that's going on with Shiba Inu right now, where nothing's really getting burned. They're burning millions a day, but they have trillions of tokens. So it'll take 100 years. So what somebody here thought was, if we just did 1.2%, then on every transaction, then that's just going to be a lot, right? It's not. It's a little bit. Sorry, it's a little bit. So, and the exchanges were already not going to do it. And most of the transactions are on exchanges. How are you not reading before you submit these proposals, guys. I don't understand it, but I don't want to make fun of you. Your brain did that. All right, so White Whale DeFi is an interchain liquidity active validator on Juno, Terra, Invective, Comdex, C4E, Huahua, Quasar, and coming to Luna Classic. And there's the link tree right there. If you click on it right here, it takes you to this link tree right here. First thing that we did was the Migaloo ecosystem here. This is a little bit about the Migaloo ecosystem. First of all, it's a White Whale protocol. White Whale is the premier multi-chain token exchange and flash loan provider. That's what matters, right? This is a token exchange and a flash loan provider. So if you are interested, then this is a functioning use case and a lender that's available to you currently. And they are partnered over here with Gravediggers, which is part of the Backbone Labs, and Necropolis, which is an upcoming yield-bearing NFT system here. So again, we're going to get into this as we go, but the White Whale docs are over here. This is we're going to do the abstract right here. And it's going to say, from V1, the White Whale's mission is to empower retail users and redistribute market influence from centralized entities to retail communities. White Whale is an interchain arbitrage infrastructure protocol. White Whale creates a unifying hub for a token's liquidity and then subdivides this token's liquidity in liquidity pools across all the Cosmos chains, distributing liquidity where it is most needed. So this is aiming to provide liquidity and thus potentially earn yield for you and for them on the entire Cosmos ecosystem. Cosmos still very small. Retail hasn't come back. So, we're looking at this thing, and, I just have the idea here that something is going to happen really good. And I do think, by the way, that this is going to come when crypto.com starts to take off. The entire Cosmos ecosystem will take off because crypto.com's Crow is built in the Cosmos ecosystem. Now, the vision for White Whale. White Whale will provide interchain arbitrage infrastructure, inter-blockchain connected liquidity pools that represent the interchain price, flash loan vaults, and open source arbitrage bot to decrease the fragmented liquidity, fix price disparities, and decentralize market making by lowering capital and knowledge barriers in a capital efficient method of the Cosmos ecosystem. So funds will be moving around in order to stabilize each and every one of these ecosystems. So and there are a lot. Remember, there was a list over here, which we'll get into a little bit later on, but there is an entire list of ecosystems here: Juno, Terra, Invective, Comdex, C4E, Huahua, Quasar, and Luna Classic. So a lot going on here, a lot to unpack, but I beg of you, do your own research on White Whale DeFi and find out that you have something that functions and something that works. And if you need it, it is there for you right now. In fact, this was one of the big winners, one of the big things that were available in Terra and Luna back in the old days that people loved. And it was the driving force in the retail market for investors to get into Luna. But don't take my word for it. Go back and read. This is not financial advice. My name's Bleaves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again